American English, American English. Teach and learn American English.
Hi, and welcome to Teaching Tips from American English. These short professional development videos share current practical knowledge and classroom ideas for EFL teachers around the globe. In part one of this teaching tip topic, Jeff Kuhn will help you discover some great podcasts you can use to increase student interest in your English language classroom. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi, Amy. Thanks for that introduction, and welcome to the presentation, everyone. Today we're going to talk about podcasts, and one of the reasons I love podcasts is because they allow me to bring students' interest into the classroom, which I think is a really important part of the day-to-day interaction between teachers and students. So how do we incorporate these ideas that students may have outside the classroom into the classroom? And podcasts are a great way to do that. So our goals today are, first, discover podcasts, where they are and what they are, and second, how and why to use them in the English classroom. Now, before we take an overview of podcasts, let's define our term. So what is a podcast? Basically, a podcast is short for pod and broadcast. It's a portmanteau or combination of words. So podcasts are basically small little broadcasts, kind of like radio broadcasts. They're little presentations that are created individually. Now, they're similar to, as I mentioned, radio shows, except that they're downloadable, and they often cater to specific audiences or specific topics. Now, what's nice about podcasts from the teacher point of view is that they're offered under a Creative Commons license, and under this Creative Commons license, material can be used and modified without needing the express permission of the author, which means as teachers we can edit and change many podcasts for the classroom, and we'll see how to do that in our next video. But for right now, let's just talk about what makes podcasts great for the classroom. What's nice about them is that they're downloadable, so we can find them online, but we can download them to our computers, to our phones, to our MP3 players. And as I just said, podcasts are MP3 encoded. What that means is it's an audio type of format that is smaller than other audio formats, which means they're easy to download if you have like a slow internet connection or you're downloading them over a cellular signal. So they're often between 20 and 50 megabytes, and they cover a wide range of topics. And best of all, podcasts are free. So they're free to listen to online, and they're often free to download and use for listening practice or for classroom practice as well. Now, since podcasts are individually made, it can be difficult to locate them. However, we can begin searching for the best podcasts for our classroom by checking a few key locations. One of my favorite places to find podcasts is NPR, and we can go to npr.org and find a range of podcasts on educational topics. The site breaks them out into different fields for easier searching, so we can find art, health, technology, TV, and film. However, what NPR does really well is cover news and current events, so podcasts from this site are probably more suitable for our advanced learners. Now, another site I love to use, and I love to use with perhaps my lower level learners, is voanews.com. Now, as teachers, you're probably familiar with Voice of America, and they have a lot of great news stories that our students can listen to, but they also make some great podcasts. What makes these podcasts relevant to us is their big focus on international affairs. So here you can find podcasts focusing on geographic regions such as Africa News Tonight, that covers the African continent, Crossroads Asia, which covers most of Asia, and of course we have American Cafe, which highlights stories from America, so our students can get a little American cultural practice there. Another website I recommend for teachers looking for podcasts is Learn Out Loud. Now, unlike Voice of America and NPR, Learn Out Loud doesn't make podcasts, but instead it hosts them. So it's more of a directory for a wide variety of podcasts. So it's a great place to go, and you can see they have their podcasts broken out by categories. So science, politics, language, education, or all these different areas that students can search through to find a podcast that's relevant to them. Now, another great place to go is TED. You might be familiar with the TED Talks on video, but they also make some great podcasts. And a lot of these podcasts focus on new ideas and current events, so it's another great way to get our students listening to new ideas and prompting discussions around important current events. Another great place for podcasts is Podcast Alley. And what this one does is it collects podcasts from all over the internet and provides the most current and most popular ones each week. So it's a great place to go to kind of tap into the conversation occurring around podcasts any given week. So podcasts are this form of communication that really have their own rhythm. Students should listen to podcasts on a topic they want to cover so they can hear how they should sound. So if we want our students doing interviews, have them listen to podcasts on NPR first. Students interested in video games should listen to game-focused podcasts such as Polygon's Quality Control. Now, podcasts can be a great way to bring listening and to bring current events in the classroom, but they need a little more structure around them if we're going to use them to target certain grammar or target certain speech patterns. So we should use them as a building block for activities in the classroom like listening comprehensions or cloze exercises. If our students are advanced enough, they could do dictation or perhaps translation would be another great one. Other things are speech related like accent reduction, learning new vocabulary that students could then practice, and of course they could start debates or have discussions on opinions and understand American culture and sort of the American viewpoint through some of these podcasts. Summing up, we talked about what podcasts are, where to find podcasts, and how to use podcasts in our classroom to create lots of different opportunities for listening, speaking, reading, writing. Now, what we didn't talk about, though, was how to make podcasts. So in our next video, we're going to investigate how to make our own podcasts, and more importantly, how to get our students making podcasts. So again, I'd like to say thanks for joining me in this video presentation. My name is Jeff Kuhn, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in video number 2.
To check out other great teaching tip videos, be sure to subscribe to our American English YouTube channel. You can find resources for teachers on the American English website by clicking on the link listed here. And if you haven't already, be sure to like us on the American English for Educators Facebook page.